Danielle LaBelle beats iShowSpeed. So here's the secret. So here's he practicing to beat iShowSpeed. We're going to watch his form, but we're going to slow it down. We're going to slow it down to 0.5 or 0.1. So the first thing I want you to notice when he takes off, because the first part of acceleration or from a start, this is your slowest possible and most effective thing that you can improve to increase your speed. So he gets off much slower than iShowSpeed. That's why iShowSpeed beats him. So let's start the video if you watch him. So it's going to go real slow. So you can see he pops up really quickly. So just in that phase right there, we can speed it up a little bit faster so maybe you can see it. What you'll notice is he's going to stand up tall right away. So let's start this. Right? So see how quickly he pops up? So if he keeps his eyes down, head down a little bit longer, he's going to be able to accelerate faster. Obviously improving his strength, power, explosiveness will also get that. Now let's look at his stride when he gets going. So after he gets going, let's pick this up, and then we can slow it down a little bit more and even freeze frame it. You can also see in here, there is space on his cycle, so he could make that tighter and then get his knee drive a little higher, and then get his body not so upright, right? So it should be a little bit more of an angle to improve his speed. So all the force that he's creating, his foot strike should be around here. So then that will push him forward faster. Right now he's pushing a decent amount of force straight into the ground. So he's not able to go as fast forward as he wants to. So let's get this out of there and then watch. So you can see decent knee drive, not bad. And here you can see that if he cocks his foot and doesn't have this in dorsiflexion and cocks his foot so it keeps his foot more cocked upright, so at this angle here, so then when he hits the ground he is being more efficient, so therefore losing less power or efficacy that will help drive him faster. So again, let's take the tool off, and you can see, so this is what I was talking about here. He has a big angle that his kick could be much tighter. So if he gets his leg here and cycles this through a lot faster, therefore he's going to also increase speed. Come back in here so we can see, so obviously this is a tight angle. Get that foot already cocked, ready to fire. Again, the straight up here, if he gets a little bit more forward lean, that's going to improve his speed. Obviously hitting the weight room, getting stronger, more powerful, always will make you faster if you're doing things right. But you can see here, like I said, this is in too much dorsiflexion. If he gets that more cocked, he's going to fire against the ground. And here, after his push off, the leg cycle should be much faster. So if you come back in here, see that cycle has a really long approach. Obviously, there is some improvement he can also make with his arms to make him efficient. So get more of a 90-degree here and bend. Looks like they're going side to side a little, too much if you want to be nitpicky, but those are all things that will help you improve your speed. You have mechanics, you have rhythm, and then obviously you have just the power force that you can generate into the ground at the correct angles, which is just proper biomechanics, which would then get him to go much faster. And that's how you beat iShowSpeed. Most people, he says he feels like he needs to run at 10.6. Most people clock iShowSpeed probably at 11 with his speed. iShowSpeed has a quick start and acceleration, but what's anaerobic threshold, he doesn't have a long staying power, so he'll probably die off quicker when it comes to stuff. That's why most people like Tyreek Hill should smoke iShowSpeed in a 100-meter dash. Now, if it's a 20, 30-yard sprint, iShowSpeed might have some advantage. He does accelerate very well, and so forth. So let's just finish this off here. You can see him go. Obviously, Daniel's very fast. He's getting 11.34, which is solid for his age, all that stuff. He's stating he needs about a 10.75 to beat iShowSpeed. I think, give or take, he's probably around that standpoint. Obviously, if you put him in spikes and, put him on a starting blocks, those things should be effective, but he might not have the technique to use those. But again, not bad. But those are all the things for him to beat iShowSpeed. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions regarding improving your speed, efficacy, or getting stronger, hitting the weights, just leave the comments below. Happy to help. Wish you guys all the best. And here's to both you guys, Speed and Daniel, getting faster and racing again. It's always fun to watch. All right, take care. Bye.